Mental health for a long time has been a taboo in society, and in the Christendom, it is still swept under the rug. Why, you might ask? Well, I don't have an absolute answer for that. But I do know that mental health is a very complex subject, and because the mind is so complicated, it makes it even more complex. Throughout my journey in composing this piece, I found myself very frustrated and confused on how I was going to depict mental health in its unfiltered form. So I went to the internet and I looked for inspiration. But it didn't take me too long to realize that most of the artwork was abstract, and the opposition inside me wanted to do something completely different. But it didn't take me long to discover why abstract was the best way or the easiest way to show mental health in its unfiltered form. I believed abstract art was the best way for me to represent the disorganization or chaos of emotions within the human brain. And so at the time I painted this, I was not at my peak of mental health. And so I tried to translate that as much as possible into the artwork. And what I was left with was I divided the face into 3 parts. From a psychology perspective, it can be viewed as the conscious, the subconscious, and the unconscious. And then from a biblical perspective, it can be viewed as the body, soul, and spirit. And so all 3 of them work together and overlap in some ways. And just as the mind is very complex, it's very hard to tell the difference between where one starts and where one ends. And so the result, you can see that in the picture, there's this disconnect from reality. Finally, through the process of creating this artwork, I understand why mental health isn't frequently discussed within our churches because of its complexity in itself. Mental health or mental illness is a very abstract concept. And so I'm left with the question, why is mental health important? And is someone's peak of mental health open to interpretation?